This conference will now be recorded.
I actually created the cluster, but I think creation of a cluster is more important than working with a cluster because there is nothing much to work with it. It's pretty simple. So let's create a cluster, with at least two machines. We can go with the three. Standardly, we go with the three nodes. Okay, one for master, two for workers. Let me check how many vagrants I have. So there is a master node. Okay, so we can work with these two. Shouldn't be a problem. Or we can work with three if you need. Let's work with three. It's not that hard. Can you see my split screen, guys?
Yes.
Can I? Okay, good. Yeah, I'm taking vanilla boxes, by the way. So the node. My laptop can't handle more than two. It will shut down. So bear with me. Sorry, I was on mute. So I logged into both systems. So it's more easy for me to set up everything. Hello, any issues? Okay. Okay, now we are good. Now I'm going to add the repo. So this is an apt repo. I'm adding to the notes. Updating the local app. Installing Docker. Okay, almost good. Now we have to test with this one. Now I'm testing this. Okay, no issues with the Docker on my master installation. Successful. Okay, I'm testing here as well. Okay, successful here as well. Now I'm going to add Docker machine. Now my Docker is available. Okay, but before that, okay, So you have to follow this. Okay. Okay, single command. Same here. If you look, we have documentation already. Some club up lot more commands, around 4 to 6 commands. They just clubbed into a single command. Okay, that's good. Now let's run the command. Oh, I need to install, sorry, not mission. This is the old one. Docker swarm. I think even machine can be used. Let me see. Mm. Okay. So now I think machine is also not required. Mm. Wait a second. So I need to know my IP address. So if you see, this is the IP address that I'm going to run my swarm on. So Docker swarm init advertise address, and then this IP. When I do this, I will get it token. Okay, I forgot. I have to add sudo docker swarm init advertise address. Okay, now it just gave me a token. Okay, if you look, we created the first command. The second one is, if you want to join this node, so only one master is possible. So we already have a master here. Now we are going to make sure create this one. What happened? Okay, so the manager IP is already done. Now we just need to join. So Docker sudo docker node address. See, master node is ready. Now we are in child. Now we are going to add. So simple, docker swarm join token docker swarm join token. See, he gave a token, right? I think it's here somewhere. This is the token, you have to copy. Mention the token and also okay. Sorry, I have to write everything again. Okay, I'll do one thing. Okay, this is join. So if I just run sudo, it's not here, it should run here. No errors. You see, another node has joined. So this is already a cluster. Okay, so now if you run any app in this node, I think we can also run the container app in this cluster. Okay, but I think which node we created this in node 1 maybe. I believe in node 1. So let me just say node 1. So yesterday we ran a compose file, right, where we created almost 5 containers. So what I'm trying to do now is to run the compose file on the Docker cluster. That's it. That will be the final lesson. So you already know how to write Docker file. You already know how to write compose file. Now you know how to create a cluster. Now you're just running into a cluster. That should be the end of it. You see? Now if you check on this master, you have 3 nodes. Can you check? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to look into the class where we created a compose. Example looking at, right? And we're going to just say so. Wait a second. So this is the way that you deploy. Docker service create number of replicas, name of the app, and what is the container that you want to run, and what is the command that you want to run on beside it. Okay. So if you want to deploy something, it has to be deployed as a service. Okay. So let me give you, I think we can't directly deploy the compose, but we can do that by converting into a stack. So you can run a sample service like this. Okay, that means the previous one is better. Docker service. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm creating a replica. Okay. How many replicas I'm creating? Here there is only one replica, but I'm going to create 4 replicas here. Okay. And I'm going to name them hello world here. Okay. Excuse me. And then this is just the whole container. But whatever happens later, this particular Alpine image is going to be a command. What command it is running is that it is running a ping command to docker.com. Okay, you can follow that. It's not a swarm manager. Oh, sorry. This should be here. Now, if we do this here, I need to add sudo docker create replicas hello world, and there is small mistake thing. You see, now the image is pulled and it is actually preparing. Good. Saying there is no image. Interesting. Hello world. This is missed. Okay. That should do. So you see, even though it's faulty release, it is already accepted as Docker. So you have to delete that. So now you have to delete the service. What is service name? Hello world. Type hello world. That should be the service. Right? Sorry. Yeah, this should be. No, there is no service. I'm going to run the command again. This one. It should get me all the services. So why there are 4 tasks? Because I have added 4 replicas. Each one is considered as a task. So if you see, now you are seeing only one service. Okay. If you check here, yes, you see, you are already running a container on node 1. Okay. Now you exit node 1 We go to node 2. You have 2 containers running. Total how many? 4. Let's run this. We have 1 container here. Total how many containers are running? 4 containers. So 1 is running at master level, 2 or 3 are running at worker level. The standard practice is to we don't really use Docker Swarm for any production deployment. We use still Docker Compose. Instead of Swarm, we go with the Kubernetes because Kubernetes is more sophisticated than Docker Swarm. You don't really need to convert your images into services. You can directly write Kubernetes manifest, which will directly do the job for orchestration. But in short, this is all about the Kubernetes, Docker Swarm, how to create a cluster, how to deploy a cluster, and how to deploy a service in the cluster. So whatever you deploy in a Docker Swarm, going to be a service. So you have to define that service. Now, okay, but in your Docker Compose, you have more containers, right? More than one. But in this service, there is only one container. So it's easier comparatively. But if you want to deploy a bunch of stack into your Docker, how you gonna deploy? Okay, so for that we have a different concept called Swarm stack. So deploy a stack to a Swarm stack deploy. So this is where you can actually deploy a bunch of applications with a simple stack. Okay, so we have our Docker Compose file already created, up and running. Now, normally if you want to compose, if you want to just run a small compose, you're gonna run Docker Compose up-d. This is what you call this, detached mode. But now, what you need to do, you need to push this whole to your Docker registry, and then you can actually do the, once you create all these containers or images, you can deploy via your Docker Compose, but using Docker registry. What is a Docker registry? Again, a Docker registry is nothing but your Docker Hub. Dockerhub.com is your registry. So Docker by default is in attachment with Docker Hub. So if you compose, that means you create all these images and then push them to Docker Compose. From the Docker Compose, you can actually deploy. Okay, but nonetheless, you can also directly deploy. So we're going to work with this one. So Docker stack deploy. Let me just copy everything because it's going to be the same. This is one thing you also need to think about. So now I don't have the images in this file. Okay, so that is going to make things worse. I don't have the enough images available, what you call repositories available at my account. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. Okay, now none. Yeah, you see, and these are gone. Now, I think do we have them here? No. So what I need to do is that I need to destroy this cluster. Okay, I need to unattach and then create a cluster master node from node 1 because node 1 has all the images. Okay, to show you how to deploy that one. But it's simple, but in reality, you always need to push your Docker Compose. Okay, and then you can directly jump. Okay, so we have some time, so we can do that. It's not a problem. So second node. Good. Now, okay, good. Now what I'm going to do from my node 2. Let me check. Not node 2, node 1. Yeah, I'm initializing the node. What is my node 1 address? I don't know. should do. So by this one, I'm going to swarm. This is joined. Okay, I think that is good. Now what I'm going to do is to Azure. Okay, stack deploy, Docker, stack deploy, compose file. Okay, anything. I think this is voting app, right? You see. Now, it's throwing some error saying that failed to create service voting app underscore vote. Error response from daemon RPC error, which is invalid argument. Container spec. Image references must be provided. Right. Okay, how to build the image? But I have images, right? Example voting app is already there. Example voting app underscore result is there. I'll do this one. Example voting app. I don't understand. However, this will work if this is okay. अच्छा। Okay. Okay, I'm facing some errors here, unfortunately. That's why I'm unable to deploy. This is might be related since I'm already used my compose here. Now I'm still running it as a swarm. So things are a bit mixed up with already created network related items. But for now, that's the basic formula. You can just use stack deploy to deploy whole stack into your Docker application. Okay. So any doubts so far, guys? Anybody there? Amaya, Rohit, Richa, any issues?
No issues.
Okay, then that's all for regarding we're ending the class today, and tomorrow we're gonna pick up Terraform. Okay, Terraform we're gonna go with a bit of a speed because we are already lagging by 3 days extra. So we have to start with our Azure as well. Okay, so you all about Docker. Okay, have a great day. Let's catch up tomorrow. Bye bye.